So we have every right to know, and every right to know because of what's happened here in this global pandemic. But there's another reason. Some of the scientists and doctors say that there could be other strains later on. This can come back in the fall in a limited way. This is COVID-19, not COVID-1, folks. And so you would think the people charged with the World Health Organization facts and figures would be on top of that.
That was White House counselor Kellyanne Conway appearing in one of her dumbest appearances as of yet, defending Donald Trump's decision to defund the World Health Organization. Now, the World Health Organization is trying to do their best to try to slow or stop the spread of COVID-19. Now, the World Health Organization, actually, according to Kelly Lee, the director of global health studies at Canada's Simon Fraser University, says they're doing exactly what we've designed it to do. No more, no less. It has kept us informed. It has mobilized scientists and coordinated data and research. It has collected the best evidence and tried to put forward very clear guidance about what should be done. The big question is whether we've given it enough authority and resources to act the way we want it to act. So now, the defunding of the World Health Organization actually comes as they put out guidelines, 6 guidelines, on whether or not you have sufficiently taken care of the coronavirus outbreak in your country and are able to start opening back up. The United States has not hit any of those measures. So fail. And so here's the right-wing reaction to that. Oh yeah? You want to fail us? Well, screw you. We're gonna take money away from you then. Idiots. We're surrounded by idiots. Ugh. All right. So now the Trump administration, as they said, they've got too much resources, right? Well, we're going to take our resources away since you're going to fail us. But here's the thing about that, right? So they're talking about, Kellyanne Conway talks about how, well, they need to know their figures. They should have been on top of that. They really dropped the ball here, the World Health Organization. No, that's just projection. While it is true that there are a certain number of countries that didn't take COVID-19 as seriously as they should have, look, there's even discussion about how China definitely did some shady things and making sure to kind of hide the extent of how bad their COVID infection really was. And not only that, but taking incredibly draconian measures in order to stop the spread of coronavirus. The United States is not exactly a paragon of how awesome we've done. I mean, really. Okay. Look, the poster child has become, the United States has become the poster child of what not to do when it comes to COVID-19. So now we currently have the highest number of known infections and deaths, not enough testing kits. In fact, the World Health Organization offered us test kits, and Trump said, they're not good enough. We're not going to take them. We're not going to take those test kits. We're doing amazing testing here. You should be taking test kits from us. Well, we don't have test kits. You should be taking it from us anyway. I mean, he's an idiot. He really is an idiot. Now, not only are we, not having enough test kits and not summarily not doing enough tests, we also have massive shortages of PPE. We've got a shortage of ventilators. We have, of course, the federal government. First, the federal government tells the states, "Oh, you can deal with your own PPE. You can get your own stuff, right?" And then when they do, the federal government will swoop in and take it and add it to the strategic stockpile. This is what the federal government under Trump, under the Republicans, are doing. And not only that, but you have the personal costs, right? You have doctors, you have nurses, you have our medical professionals in the front lines that are getting sick and dying from coronavirus. You also have people in the grocery stores that are keeping groceries stocked, food stocked. They're dying from coronavirus. You have a major, pork plants, pork processing plants that are shutting down because workers are testing positive for coronavirus. And so we're going to have a possible, and I'm not saying right now, because so far experts are saying look, our food supply looks relatively stable for now, but we could run into some issues down the road, especially as this continues. So we need to figure out what to do about this, right? And all of that, a lot of this, we could have dealt with better. We could have mitigated this before it became this big of an issue had we been a lot smarter, but we don't have smart leadership. We have stupid leadership. We have dumb people running the country right now. And so, especially one really, really dumb person. And so that's one of the big problems. Oh, and of course, the other way that Trump's been trying to deal with this is, well, we're going to give you a one-time $1,200 check, and then we're going to give corporations a ton of money, which, by the way, one of the funds for corporations can be leveraged up to $4 trillion in loans, in loans and guarantees, right? And so that's the response. And then let's get you guys back to work. All while sending out Kellyanne Conway to do these ridiculous interviews. And by the way, does she not realize the 19 at the end of COVID-19 doesn't mean that it's the 19th coronavirus? I mean, I don't know. But see, here's the thing. That's not what it stands for. 2019, it's the 19 is because it was discovered in 2019. Okay. Now there are other strains of coronavirus, sure. And she is right that it could come back later in the fall. Right. But my God, man, she either doesn't know what she's talking about, or she doesn't care. And I don't know what's worse at this point. I can't even tell what's worse. I mean, the pure ignorance or knowing the truth and actually going out and just lying. There's no she doesn't care at all about truth. It's really, I mean, what do you say to it? I just don't know anymore. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a patreon.com/TYTNation set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know how I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent, progressive media.